Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. Ipob has decided to react to the statement made by one of Nigerian profound journalists who had worked with Jonathan at a time. You're going to see how they lambast him left, right, center, and the warning that they have sent to him. At the same time, Adeyanju had also spoken up against the Southeast leaders, their attitude towards the repatriation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, comparing it with what Oni of Ife is doing to secure the release of Sunday Ipob, who is also a Yoruba Nation agitator. We're going to be looking at all of that in a jiffy. But before we do that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our video. The indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, has issued a warning to a former presidential aide and popular journalist Reuben Abati over an alleged statement that a drug peddler arrested by Imo State Police Command was financing the group. In a statement by the group media and publicity secretary Emma Powerful obtained on Thursday, Ipob advised Abati to desist from poking his nose into its affairs. The group also said that the former spokesperson for ex-President Goodluck Jonathan has no business in its choice of broadcasters at Radio Biafra. In a statement, Powerful stated that the pro-Biafran secessionist group is being financed by members of the group who are scattered in over 100 nations. The attention of the Ipob as indigenous people of Biafra has been drawn to the fallacious assertion credited to Reuben Abati that a certain drug peddler who was caught by security agents in Imo State was Ipob fundraiser. We have tried to ignore pockets of unwarranted attacks by Reuben Abati against Ipob and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but we will no longer tolerate these insults. In case Reuben Abati and his likes do not know, Ipob is a global family, not a terror organization that receives illicit funds. Ipob is legitimately funded by its teeming members, most of whom are very enterprising and resourceful sons and daughters of Biafra in the diaspora. Ipob maintains its presence in over 100 countries of the world and gets its funding from the financial contribution and donation by members. It doesn't need drug money for funding. No single individual or drug dealer is sponsoring Ipob or the Biafran project. Biafra is a divine mandate which Chukwu Okike Abiyama designed and asked Nnamdi Kanu and Ipob members to actualize. The group urged people close to Abati to advise him to refrain from his vituperation against Ipob, as these can no longer be tolerated. Ipob is not desperate about finding otherwise. We know what to do, but funding has never been our challenge, the statement read in part. Ipob in a statement also accused Abati of having hatred for Igbos, as it recalled that they expressed happiness when security forces invaded Nnamdi Kanu house in 2017. Reuben Abati is interfering into Ipob matter much, and it must bring him down because Ipob will ridicule him anytime soon. Reuben Abati must leave Ipob and Nnamdi Kanu alone and face his business, or he is going to meet his Waterloo, because God Almighty, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, is going to destroy him and his evil, a man who committed much atrocities against humanity like Reuben Abati. His hatred against Igbo people cannot change God's wishes for Igbos. Reuben Abati with his family cannot match a single family in Igbo land. He should stop envy and jealousy against those he knows are bigger than him and his family. The God Almighty Chukwu Okike Abiyama bless Ipob and Nnamdi Kanu. His hatred cannot change anything in our lives. Reuben Abati should be ashamed of himself because his derogatory statement against the great Ipob family cannot bring Ipob down. And God Almighty Chukwu Okike Abiyama is behind us to deliver Africa and particularly Biafrans. We recall that in 2017 he was rejoicing and jubilating over the fate of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after the Nigerian army invaded his Afaraku home. He should face his business and leave Ipob and Biafran struggle alone. Stop castigating Ipob, Reuben Abati. Reuben Abati was writing junk about Ipob and its decision on Radio Biafra broadcaster. What is your business over Ipob decision? Are you a Biafran or Igbo man? Stay off. Devil before God Almighty Chukwu Okike Obiama takes care of you. Meanwhile, in another convener of Concern Nigeria, Deji Adeyanju, has commended the Oni of Ife Oba Adeyeye Onita Ogunwusi for the step taken on the arrest of Yoruba agitator Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho. The Oni of Ife has constituted 28-man committee to brainstorm on the issues surrounding the arrest of Igboho. It's been reported that the group is made up of eminent Yoruba leaders. Reacting, Adeyanju said Southeast leaders whom he accused of being afraid should be ashamed. In a tweet, he wrote the activists maintained that self-determination was not a crime. According to Adeyanju, he wrote the breaking Oni set-up committee on Igboho rallies Southwest leaders. He went further to state, all hail the Oni, Igbageji, Orisha. Shame on Southeast leaders, fear people. Northern leaders are still defending killer headsmen after they kill over 20,000 Nigerians. Self-determination is not a crime. Meanwhile, Igboho was arrested in Cotonou, Benin Republic on Monday night after fleeing Nigeria. Security operative has arrested the Yoruba leader agitator while on his way to Germany. Igboho had fled Nigeria after he was declared wanted by the Department of State Services (DSS) after a raid of his residence in Ibadan, Oyo State. The secret police recovered weapons and charms in his house during the raid. His counsel Yomi Aliyu has alleged that agitators are subjected to inhuman treatment since he was being arrested in Cotonou. All right, you've heard the news, and it's really a disturbing one. Well, for as long as most of what Ipob has been doing has always been open, we can still recall that some time ago, the Ipob leader was talking about the contributions expected from, their members who are dotted all over the world towards the push for the realization of Ipob. I have no idea about this issue of, a drug baron or a drug peddler being in charge of funding of Ipob. That's quite new, I'm telling you, because there had been no record like that, in that regard. By now, some of those who have left the group would have opened their mouth to possibly mention the name of the person, So for me, I think that is just a story concocted from somewhere. There is no truth about it. But however, looking at what this guy, Adeyanju, have to say, the convener of Concern Nigerians, have to say about the reaction of Oni towards the arrest and imprisonment, or let me say arrest of Sunday Igboho. He made mention of the fact that the Southeast leaders are fear people. That's the word he used, that they are actually fear people. This is something that they need to look at and try to learn. I'm as much as we respect the different regions, the way they react to circumstances and situations around them, I think that there is nothing wrong in you queuing up behind people whom you feel they are doing things, at least, right in the right direction and all of that. Don't forget that this same thing had come up some time ago when, these headsmen started disturbing the whole region. And all of a sudden, the Yorubas came together and they formed Amotekun. And when they formed Amotekun, everybody was begging the Southeast leaders, please do well to also get a well-structured and organized, security outfit that would take charge of our forests, because the impact of the activities of these Fulani headsmen are becoming very, very obvious in our land, and it's disturbing our agricultural activities. They did not do anything. Videos were coming out. Multiple videos were coming out about what these Fulani headsmen were doing to the economic life of, agricultural life of the Southeasterners. And whenever there is a kind of restraint from the Southeasterners, what the next step of maiming or destroying them that they will carry out, And they didn't do anything. That was what brought about the emergence of, the Eastern Security Network. If they had done something, possibly Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wouldn't have considered that. I think at this point, it's a wake-up call. It's not an insult, but I think it's a wake-up call for all Southeastern leaders that you've got to defend your region. For me, looking at situation of things in the country, it seems that the country is even, restructured somehow, because you see the attitude of the middle belters. They are standing on their own. The Southwest, whenever issues come about their people, you see them united together. I think this is what is expected of every one of us. Unite together. This is democracy. Don't take laws into your hands, but do well to ensure that you speak up concerning your people, even if it means for you to meet the presidency, meet President Muhammadu Buhari, discussing certain issue and causing him to start seeing things from a different perspective. That will be a great job for them, you understand, than just being quiet. Whenever issues like this come up, at least show moves, as in Igbo, by the corner of the mouth, they have been speaking against some things happening, but it needs to be more, foundational. It needs to be more coordinated than what we are seeing currently. There should be obvious moves by, the Southeastern leaders towards ensuring, at least for if not for anything, they defend their own people, massively. Prove to the people, prove to those outside your region that we love our people and we want them to have fair treatment like every other people in different, regions are having. At least when you do your part, God will do the other side. And just to be quiet, it bothers the mind a great deal. That's where we like to leave it. Go to our comment section. Let's interact. What's your position about the statement made by Ipob against Reuben Abati, who has accused them of being funded by, drug peddler, and also the statement made by Adeyanju over the fear attitude of Southeast leaders? Let's